Okay, all right, we're gonna get started here. It's 10 o'clock and I'm excited to share this information with everybody today. I'm gonna introduce Ilene Whipple. She's gonna start us off today. Ilene is an incredible friend. I met her about 2 to 2.5 years ago. And just her story is just absolutely inspiring. I love listening to her tell it. She was a school teacher prior to marriage and kids and all of that. And I'm going to let her kind of tell her story of that, what her dream is, and then what kind of rocked her boat with life happening. At the last 4 years with LifeVantage coming into her life, life has changed quite a bit for her. So Ilene, if you will take the wheel here, I'll share my screen. And
all right,
we'll get going.
All right, thank you, Heather. Hey, hi everyone. I'm Ilene Whipple, and I, like Heather said, we met a couple of years ago. So basically, my story starts. I was a normal teenager, just dreamed of growing up. I wanted to always be a school teacher, pianist, a wife, a mom. And I wanted to be the fun mom on the block where all the kids would play at my house, and they would call me mom because that's what my friends all did. And after the birth, so things were going great. I was a school teacher. I got married. I started having children. And after the birth of my third child, 6 weeks after she was born, I went blind for the first time. And that started a roller coaster of health. I wasn't really health conscious at that point. I just didn't know health could affect me. And I wasn't disrespectful to my body, but I really wasn't treating it with kid gloves that we need to treat our bodies with. So for the next 17 years, I tried multiple therapies. The disease process took a toll on me to where I had been bedridden. I've been in and out of wheelchairs, hospitalized, nursing homes, learning to walk again, just the whole gamut of experiences. And I got to the point, and with my doctor, my natural doctor, that we decided that the only thing I could do was to take medication and supplement so I could just survive the day. So what that looked like 4 years ago was I was laying on the couch about 9 hours a day. I'd get up and do one task, and I'd lay back down. And I was very happy with that because I wasn't in a nursing home. My disease was not progressing, but I did have the side effects of a heavy medication. And we'll find out in a little bit why I started on the products, but basically I got my hands on these products, and here I am 4 years later, living life vertical. I didn't know that this was possible. My doctor didn't know this was possible. I'm just enjoying life. I'm living my dreams again. And now that my kids are adults, I'm able to enjoy them, and we're able to travel together, which has always been a fantasy of mine. So with everything that I've done over the years, why was this a different tool than anything else I've ever done? And that's what I find very interesting. And I love to share this information because I never, ever want anyone to go through the depths that I have gone through. And if you could avoid that by knowing this information today and applying it in your lives, I just can't imagine how awesome and where your life can go to from here. So this is all about biohacking. Biohacking is like hacking into a computer. You hack into a computer to change the programming to get to the outcome that you want. And biohacking is going into your body to hack it to get the results you want. I had tried doing that through supplements and through chiropractic and through massage therapy. I mean, you name the therapy, I've probably tried it, but nothing was strong enough to actually thwart the disease and the disease process. But biohacking is able to do that for me and for thousands of other people. It's because it's in a new field of science called Nutrigenomics. It's using nutrients to help your biology be the best it can be. And that's what this is all about, is a higher quality of life than what you're currently experiencing, or if you are already healthy, maintaining that life for a longer period of time and just being able to flow through life better. this industry is going to be a $600 billion industry in just one more year. That is how huge this is, and this company is on the forefront of that. So we're going to take a time warp, and we're going to go back to 2005, and we're going to watch a video that was done by ABC Primetime. They came into this company and examined this product called Protandim to see what it actually does, to see if it was real or see if it isn't. And so as you watch this information, pay attention to what's going on and see how this might apply to you, or how this may apply to some loved ones that you'd want to share this information with.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCall, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCall, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go. It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, It's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%. That's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Wow. When I first saw that video, my first reaction was, yeah, whatever. If that's 10% true, I'm going to try it because it's a better guarantee than anything else I've done. I am like the ultimate skeptic because after 17 years of trying so many therapies and taking so many supplements, I just was to the point where I just didn't believe anything anymore. But I'm grateful that there were people who actually are not skeptics who saw this. And that's what's so exciting about this company, because when that ABC primetime aired, over $5 million in orders came into the company right away. The company was overwhelmed. But some of those companies that called, they were universities and actually the federal government to get Protandim so they could study it. And we're going to look at that next. But the cool thing was after this product, the orders came in, these scientists didn't have the product on their shelves. They were not producing it fast enough. It took them 9 months to catch up on the orders. By then, people didn't want it. They forgot about it. So they tried selling it online, and they had it in the stores at Walgreens and Rite Aid, but they just weren't selling because there's a story to tell what oxidative stress is. Personally, I'd never heard of it before, even with all the medical things I'd done over the last years. And they, at 2009, they're looking at bankruptcy and being delisted from the NASDAQ, which they really didn't want to do. And they decided to go word of mouth, which is the way we're presenting it today. Heather and I are just moms who are making the most out of life, and we just share the information word of mouth. And this word of mouth method, they went from 20 million to over 200 million in just 1 year. And that's why we're excited to share this today, because this is the best way to get that information out there that can change people's lives.
And
so as I mentioned, yeah, go ahead.
Ilene, is exactly like, if you're wondering, like, if this is that big, then why are they learning about it from two moms in their living room? Because it sounds crazy, you know, to be learning about a medical breakthrough from me and from you sitting in our living room. But literally because they messed up back then and weren't prepared business-wise, that's why this is happening. That's why they learned from us.
And that's a silver lining for us.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're all good. No, I appreciate you jumping in because it's accurate and true. But so these universities from around the world, and even the American Heart Association and the National Institute of Health, they wanted Protandim to check it out with oxidative stresses studies that they were currently in progress of. They wanted the whole product. And over here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see drug companies who are trying to do what Protandim does. And we will discuss that too. So these companies, it is now, let's see, we're in 2019. I'm sorry, I have to do the math. 14 years later, we have these studies in. And these studies are showing they are all positive in helping reduce that oxidative stress and changing the quality of life that people are having. So what is oxidative stress? This was a unfamiliar term for me. So oxidative stress is basically, we get toxins from all around us. And as you see here, we get it from our water, our electronics, our air we're breathing. It's just a part of our life. And in 2019, we have more toxins than ever that are bombarding our bodies. And our bodies just can't physically keep up. And what happens is these bombarding of these cells group together, and then they manifest themselves in your body. So you can see them manifested in any organ of your body. whether it be in your brain with Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or multiple sclerosis, or in your heart with a heart attack or scar tissue, with your immune system. I mean, you've got so many autoimmune diseases at this point, and autism and arthritis. Just plain inflammation creates that oxidative stress, which turns into what we call a diagnosis. So what does our body do to fight this oxidative stress? We have antioxidants, and antioxidants are huge right now. And as we know, we can eat antioxidants, and we should eat antioxidants. They are healthy for our body. And when you eat an antioxidant, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So you eat a blueberry, it gets 1 toxin or free radical in your body. But when you take Protandim, what they found out is that Protandim turns on a switch in your body, that your body actually makes those antioxidants, and it does 1,000,000 to 1 per cell. In today's day and age, and what I have experienced, and hundreds of other people, thousands of other people, is that this is what is changing lives. It's being able to turn on the body using Nutrigenomics to do what your body was meant to do. So the cool thing is, this is Protandim. It has been studied. We know that it lowers oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. And this process where it goes into the body is called the NRF2 pathway. This NRF2 pathway is what the drug companies are jumping in on. They're trying to activate it synthetically, where Protandim does it naturally. And this is a study by Washington State University. And what they said was this NRF2 pathway of activating it may become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of medicine. If you could capsulize the intensity of what this one statement is: therapeutic and preventative, activating this NRF2 pathway. So what is the best way for you to do that? What we know is that Protandim does it. It has been studied, it has been tried, it has been tested. We know it works. Are there other ways to do it? Sure there are. Are they effective? We can guess that they are. So some exciting things about Protandim is that, I guess we'll get to that in a minute. I apologize. So we're going to see one of the drug companies that actually, they did a study on their drug that activates that NRF2 pathway. And this is a medication for multiple sclerosis. How many of us out there know someone with multiple sclerosis? It's actually what my first diagnosis was, and I was treated for multiple sclerosis. And multiple sclerosis is that they go into the NRF2 pathway and they can stop relapses up to 50%. For anyone who knows what multiple sclerosis is, that is amazing. They took their pill and they took Protandim, because they were the only 2 NRF2 activators on the market at the time, and they went and studied them at a third-party study. Their own research that they paid for came back and said, interestingly, Protandim, a dietary supplement consisting of herbal ingredients, was the most potent inducer of the NRF2 pathway, and therefore may be the most potent therapeutic strategy. This is huge. As you know, any medication comes with side effects. You can choose that, or you can choose taking Protandim. And it's not only applicable to multiple sclerosis, it's just the general health of the body, because we're using herbs to activate a pathway in the body. And that's what's so exciting about NRF2. So what does this bottle look like? I believe that's the next slide. This is Protandim. It is got 5 ingredients, like they were saying in the video. But how do I know that this is the most potent and best choice for me? Like I said, I've tried many supplements. I was on one supplement that is in Protandim called turmeric. It is an anti-inflammatory. I was taking a high quality one, 10 to 20 of them a day, spending at least $40 a month on that for minimal results, but they were good results, and I did it. I started taking Protandim. My inflammation has dropped dramatically, and I don't even need that other supplement, and I'm taking less quantity of turmeric. the products that we know are inside of LifeVantage products. We know that they are high quality and that they're going to be consistent because we have these seals of approval, which are very important to me, because when you have these seals of approval, these people can come in to LifeVantage and test any day of the week the bottles that are going out to make sure we have what we say is in them and the quality that we claim is in them. That is a guarantee that is going to help catapult your life into a new realm. And the last one here is the NIH. So this one's really exciting. So some of those studies that we were referring to earlier, one is by the National Institute of Health, which is a government agency. They were trying to find something that extended life, and they found Protandim was the only herbal that could extend life. And what would that mean for you to have 5 to 7 more years of a healthy life? So for me, it's playing with grandkids and interacting and having some fun. So we're going to talk about other products that have Nerve2 activation in it. Go ahead, Heather.
I was just going to add, like, the very bottom one there, you know, how this is actually regulating the survival genes in your body. So if they're currently not functioning properly, then Protandim comes in, and that with that, the Nerve2 pathway, that's part of its job, is to regulate those genes. So you're actually being able to change gene expression by activating this Nerve2 pathway to a more healthy expression.
Amen. So the cool thing about LifeVantage is that we're targeting body systems. So I'm going to let Heather take on from here.
Okay. So the Nerve2 came out, they discovered that back in 2003. This NRF1 pathway is a new discovery that they've understood what mitochondria is, but being able to tap into that is a very new thing. This came out in 2015. So we're still a biotech company, and I absolutely love that. And they look to see what are other systems in the body that are highly related to malfunction if they're not working properly. So mitochondrial dysfunction is a big, big thing. And a lot of people I don't even think are aware of what that is. So mitochondria is the energy of your cell. Each cell has 2 to 10,000 mitochondria per cell in your entire body. It's about 10% of your body weight. So they're very, very important. Their job is to convert your food into energy. So if they're not functioning properly, then your body can malfunction in different ways. So think of it as like your refrigerator. If your refrigerator does not have enough energy to keep the food inside cold, what happens to the food? It's gonna rot. It's gonna go bad. So think of your cell as food in the refrigerator, if you want to, and if you don't have enough energy there, then your cell's gonna malfunction. So different things from that are highly related to mitochondrial dysfunction is Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, cancer, autism, Huntington's, epilepsy. I have a friend here where I'm from. This changed her life. I didn't even know that she had epilepsy, but her triggers were heat and stress. And I haven't talked to her in a little while. Last time I spoke with her, she had reduced her medications again. So she continues to reduce medications, and she's able to be out in the heat. And she's never been able to do that before. So it's changed their family dynamic a little bit, especially in summertime. That's what this is about, is being able to be a better version of you so you can do the things that you want. So this is what the bottle looks like. What this NRF1 Synergizer does is it repairs the mitochondria that you do have, and it helps to produce more. By doing this, it also promotes really great sleep, especially if you take this in the evening. Puts you into that nice REM sleep that most of us don't get. Another product is a probiotic. Another system in our body that is highly related to health and malfunction is our gut. So probiotics are very important to maintain good gut health. However, most of the probiotics that you just buy over the counter, you're getting maybe about 4% of the good stuff. to your gut. And it's really not enough to make any type of magnificent effect. This is called a ProBio, and it has, it's a patented system. It's a time release. And so I think of it as like a bus stop. And you actually get 60 to 70% of this survives through your stomach acids because of that time release. It's not all going in at once and hopefully something survives. So about 60 to 70% survives. And then I think of it as this little bus stop, you know, and it just goes through your intestinal tract and drops off the different bacteria throughout your intestines. If you don't have a healthy gut, then the things on the right-hand side of the screen are things that can happen. Brain, you know, you're looking at depression, anxiety, your adrenal glands. Oh my gosh, I've learned a lot about adrenals and fatigue. Constipation, rheumatoid arthritis, the joint pain. There is it's a nerve that runs from your gut to your brain. And so if your gut's not healthy, then it's going to send the wrong signals to the brain. So that's why a good probiotic is important. This next one is an omega. It's a fish oil, very important for heart and brain health as well. So this has omega-3s for brain and heart, has omega-7s to help maintain good metabolism. The cool thing about this is, like, who's ever had a fish oil that tasted disgusting and gave you fish burps afterwards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not fun. You can actually bite these and they do not taste bad. If your fish oil is tasting fishy, it's because the oil is rancid. It's not good. This is a pharmaceutical grade fish oil. It's actually traceable from the bottle straight to the boat where it came from and where it was processed. Where it's taken from the ocean is also very important. We're very careful about not taking any fish from waters that have mercury. We don't want that in our bodies. So one of the studies that Ilene showed before was from Louisiana State University. And they did a study on skin cancer and melanoma. And because of the results from that study, they came back to the company and said, you guys have to put this in a topical, because they had a 30 to 50% reduction in the melanomas and the feeder cells. That is huge, absolutely huge. So this is actually a facial skincare system. It's Nerf 2 for your skin. So we talked what Nerf 2 is. Your anti-aging, cellular repair. So this is Nerf 2 for your skin. You can use it not just on your face, but on injuries, sunburns. It's just repair from the outside in. Then this is Nerf 2 for your hair. This is brand new. I wasn't thrilled about the company doing a hair care system at first. I don't think a lot of us were, because we're more thinking health, like body health. But the thing is that what we put on our body is important. And when I looked at what I was putting on my hair and all the chemicals and the different diseases and cancers that they cause, I thought, okay, this is important. It's important to just be clean, like put clean things on you. So incredible results with this. It has 3 patented ingredients. I absolutely love it. So fights against dandruff, itching, dryness. The hair gel is great for hair regrowth. We're going to show you some pictures in a second. And then it has the Nerf 2 activation in it as well. So I'll just tell you from personally, I don't have split ends like I used to. My hair is much healthier because you're actually going to the root and repairing things there. So these are some things, some pictures and results from the hair care system. The 2 on the left are hair loss, you know, and hair regrowth, which is really, really cool. The 2 on the right, so my picture is actually the one on the upper right, and it's just showing healthier hair, and that's what I've gotten. I didn't have any other issues, but except for like the dryness and the dry, brittle, and the split ends. So I've had a lot of change in that. The woman on the bottom right, she actually had scalp psoriasis. So it's a terrible, terrible thing to have, and she tried many, many things to help it, and nothing did until this came along. Just Nerf 2 activation for your hair. This one is Axio. This is Nerf 2 activation for your brain. anybody's ever had brain fog and just not thinking clearly, low energy, think of this as a healthy energy drink. I shy away from calling it an energy drink because people think of Monsters and those type of things, and those are very bad for your health. But this, so you got to think of this as healthy energy drink. You're actually sending nerve to your brain and connecting the dots. And so I just want to tell kind of a quick story, and then I want Ilene to kind of share a little bit about her daughter who is autistic. So first, I'm just to tell you, I learned about these products because of my doctor. My son was sick and really sick. He was laying on the couch and not able to do a whole lot. And I ended up with a doctor down in the valley, which is about a 4-hour drive from where I live. So I was going down there once, sometimes twice a week, just down and back trips. It took all day to do this. He introduced all of this to us, and thankfully because of that, and because he was able to pay attention to a patient that he had and to look at these products at all, my son was able to get better. And so he had a patient that came in, he'd been treating for a year with autism, and had little improvements, but nothing spectacular. The little boy's mom had put her son on Axio, and 11 days had gone by since he had seen Dr. Brimhall. And when he went back in to see Dr. Brimhall, this little boy had a 50% increase in his verbal skills and his ability to just recall what had gone on in the past. So you're talking about just connecting the dots, uncrossing wires that shouldn't be crossed. The information is there. It's there in the brain, but there's just a communication problem. And then also a friend of mine who also has an autistic child struggled with a lot of different things. And they saw quick improvements with him being able to verbalize and say, like, he came and said, hey, I want to go, or he didn't say, hey, he said, Dad, can I go to the store with you? So sorry, that's a little ad-libbing from me, but and then Ilene, you got all about your daughter too.
So jump back, the third baby that was born after when I went blind, she turned out to be autistic. And so we had done, as we were working on everything for us, we were working on everything for her too. And we would see minimal baby step improvements. But her challenges, like Heather was saying about Luke, was being able to verbalize the information she was taking in. She was very lethargic, and she couldn't communicate well. And we started, so that's why we started on this, because Axio was introduced to us because of my daughter. And we started her on Axio on a Friday. She's 17 years old, a 10th grader in high school. And Monday, her teacher emails me, because she was smart enough to be in normal classes with an adult, but so she was in regular ed classes. And the teacher emailed me and said, Nicole asked 4 questions on topic, and she interacted with the classroom. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Tuesday, she emails me, and I'm like, that's really weird. I've never had results like that on anything I've ever tried. Wednesday, she emails me, and I was like, no way. This is amazing. 3 days in a row that she is coming alive. And so let's fast forward 4 years. This is a cumulative effect. And I never thought that we would be to a point in our lives where she would be independent and being able to go to college and do things on her own. But because these effects are cumulative, she is now in college and studying to get a diploma, certificate, so she can work in a pet clinic. I never thought that would be in the cards for her because of the minimal results we've gotten from everything else. This has just absolutely changed our lives and changed her life of being able to communicate and being able to get that information out, because she's so smart. She's a walking encyclopedia, and now she can share that information.
Incredible. This is the most rewarding thing I've ever done, is to be able to give people a gift to say, okay, like, try this. This could change your life. What do you have to lose? Because the things that are out there with a lot of, like with MS, with autism, there's not a lot out there that's making huge leaps and bounds in helping these things. And so I feel like we truly have a gift to share with people. This next one is Pet Tandem. It's Nerve 2 for your dogs. People were giving the regular Protandim to their horses and their dogs and having phenomenal results. Every mammal has a Nerve 2 pathway. So this is just formulated for your dog. And then last here is it's just a weight management system. It's another thing that a lot of people struggle with here. And so this is a healthy, when you lose weight, you want to do it in a healthy way. You don't want to damage your body as you do it. And so this is centered around the gut health. The probiotic I talked about before is in this system. And you have a cleanse, a protein shake for metabolism, and a fat burn that helps to get rid of the hard to lose weight that's around your stomach area. And with that, I think I'm going to turn it back over to Ilene here. I just want to add just one little thing, that's kind of been on my heart a little bit as we're speaking is I didn't tell a whole lot about my son's story. And just like super fast, he struggled. He went from a really, he went from being an absolutely normal kid, right, to not being able to function at all. It was a complete failure to thrive for about 5 months, and with no answers anywhere with testing and things like that Western medicine usually likes to do. Nothing against Western medicine. It just we just weren't able to find any answers. We don't really have a diagnosis, but he's better. That's all I can say is he's better. But the thing that I was really on my heart is during that time, our whole lives changed. And I know with many friends of mine that have struggled with a health issue with their family, it doesn't just affect just the kid. It changes the entire family dynamic.
It's true.
And you don't do the things you used to do, and everybody else has to pick up and do more. And it's okay. That's what families are for. But when you can offer somebody something and help them to get that whatever normal is, back for your family, whatever you're used to, then you're giving people their lives back. Whereas, my friend with an autistic child wasn't able to go out to eat to different restaurants, and now they can go do things as a family because of these products. And so I just want to throw that in here. This is life-changing, not just for the people who are sick, but for the entire families. These are a few just products that they put together for complete total health. This is called the Vitality Stack. You take this together, your results will be faster because you're hitting more systems.
Oh no, it froze.
Am I here? Can you see me? Ilene, somebody give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Okay, I'm good. I think maybe Ilene's froze. So what this is called the Vitality Stack because these are vital for your body. Gut health, brain health, heart health, cellular health. And then you get free shipping when you order these together. If Ilene's not here, I'll go ahead and continue on. When she comes back, we're going to turn it over to Ilene. So that's all of the products, you guys. It's simple. There's not a lot of products, but they're very important products. The second part is really quick, and it's the business end of it. The business end is not for everybody. Ilene, are you back?
I am. Sorry about that. My internet went off and I'm in the valley.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you. I had started kind of talking about this.
Okay.
Do you want to continue on?
Excellent. I would love to. Thank you. Sorry about that. So this is what's cool about the business. Whether it's for you or not, you get to make that decision. But what I can share with you is what it has done to open up my life to new possibilities. So I was in the traditional plan. I went to school to be a school teacher, and then I planned on going back to teaching after I had my kids. So the first 20 years, you get your education and you do all those things to work the 40 to 50 years for you to retire and then enjoy your life. And if you have enough money and energy along the way, you enjoy life along the way. But we have a different plan that is through word of mouth. And I knew that network marketing worked because I've seen other people succeed in it. I just didn't know it could work for me. But the network marketing plan of word of mouth is you still go to school for the 20 years and grow up. And then you spend the next 3 to 7 to 10 years building a business that will pay you residually. So this is like J.K. Rowling. She's written Harry Potter one time and she's continually being paid on that even today because of the work she did with one novel. That's what we're looking at, is building a business that can continually feed you. Plus, with what we have, you're just blessing people's lives of going forward. So I originally joined the company because of what I saw next, which I didn't know about this, and I'm a college graduate, but it's called an S-curve. So every company, every product goes through what we call an S-curve. It goes through whether people like it or not and whether the product can survive, into everybody wants it, and then it's at the top of its game. For example, the Apple iPhone 1. You had a few people who adopted it, and it was really super expensive at first. More people wanted iPhone 2, 3, 4, and then everybody wants the iPhone. And now you say iPhone and everybody knows what it is. It is a branded, it's at the top of its game. LifeVantage is in that same position because they've gone through the rut. They've gone through building the company, getting the products, getting the certifications, getting the research studies. And now they're into a place where we are tipping onto momentum. That momentum will throw us into the future. And so I joined the company because I wanted a residual income for my daughter. With everything I've gone through, I never wanted the government to take care of her through medical or through her making her lifestyle choices. We're putting away money for her, but is it enough? We never knew. And so that's why I originally joined the company, because I saw that. And also I've joined other network marketing companies just to buy the product. One thing I love about this company, the product for distributor and customer is exactly the same. You only do the business if you want to do the business. And now with the progress we've seen in the last 4 years, I don't know that she needs that residual income because she's going to be able to take care of herself, but still it's going to be there as a padding for her and for us to enjoy our years. So in our company, there's 6 ways to get paid. Some are weekly, some are monthly. And one thing that I really like about this company is they join everybody together. So how do you get involved? You have these 3 starter packs. They come at different prices, and the quantity of product you get in it is about 90%. The other ones are business tools for you to succeed. If you were to buy a Subway, even though you've eaten there, you know how to make a Subway sandwich, we could throw you behind the counter, you still don't know the ins and outs of how to run that specific Subway business. And you would have to go to Subway school. So the company gives you business training tools so that you can succeed in this business. And you can also share as you're succeeding. And so as to getting paid, there's 6 ways to get paid. I'm only going to top on this one called the Elite Pool. It's what unifies our company and makes it unique and makes it so Heather and I work together. We are not competing against each other. We are partners joined together to make this a success for both of us and for everybody else whose lives we touch. So this Elite Pool, they take 4% of the gross global sales and they divide it among the Pro 7s, 8, 9s, and 10s. And they get a portion of that pie. And that is work that's been done since 2009. So as soon as Heather and I hit those elite ranks, we get to enjoy the work that everybody else has done. Heather and Rochelle and Jessica and everybody else who we have on our teams, and people who are in other teams and people in other countries. We all get to have a little bit of share in their success.
So I gotta say, Ilene, this blew me away when I learned about this. If you could imagine being able to get just a tiny, tiny piece of every single iPhone that went out in the world, that's what this is. That's exactly what that bonus is. So if you would want just a tiny piece of every product that went out in this company in the world, and we're open in 23 different markets and continue to open, and there's only about 80,000 distributors in the world right now. I mean, and I got to say this, Harvard Business Review Direct Selling Association, they said that when the first 135,000 distributors to join a network marketing company with predictable success per country participate in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so when you look at those numbers and you see how big this is going to be, it's just so exciting to be able to do something like this for our families.
Amen. So I have to show me what one's next. I don't remember. So what are we getting paid? This is what's cool about our company also, because we are publicly traded on the NASDAQ and only a handful of network marketing companies are. We have to tell what people are actually being paid. And so we go from distributor rank all the way through Master Pro 10, and we actually have 2 more levels at this point. But these are monthly averages. So the average of a monthly Pro 3 is $580. That is significant money. That is a car payment. That is a mortgage payment or a rental payment. It is money that you can have to pay for your products. So you can get involved in the company for enough to pay for your products or to build yourself an income. I am presently at a Pro 4. Heather, you're Pro 6?
Pro 5.
You're a Pro 5. And so that is life-changing money. $2,000 a month times 12, that's $24,000 a year. I was a school teacher. That's what our starting pay was a year. And
replace my photography income with the residual check. So that's a big deal. I don't have to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning anymore editing photos.
Plus the lives that you're changing with the products that we have.
Absolutely.
And it's just really exciting work. And one other thing that I love about the company that motivated me to join the company was there's only 10 people at the top. There's plenty of room for all of us to be there. And as you know, this is probably the first or second time you're hearing about this. That's how new it is for people to hear about it. So it's an exciting place to be. We love that we can share with you. And if you are interested in talking more, please talk to the person who referred you to watching this video. But for me, this is a life-changing products and business model for me to be able to move forward in my life. Yeah. So I'm grateful to share this information with you, and thanks for joining us today and taking time.
Yeah, absolutely. I would just like to add one little thing there. So one thing I've learned through this process of joining a network marketing company, because it's never something I thought that I would do or be a part of. But I just want to add, like, I know that and understand that the business is not for everybody. But when I saw this information, first the products, because I was going to take my son off the products because he was getting better, and saw the information, thought, oh my gosh, he has to have this. And my whole family needs it. Then I saw the business. We're self-employed, and we have been for 18 years, and it's not always the easiest thing. And what it does, it causes a lot of our time to be spent working instead of where we want to be. When I saw this information on the business for the very first time in my life, I saw that I had a choice to create something different for my family. And to be able to do it in a way to where you get to help people and improve their lives with health or finances is so rewarding. So that's what this is. This is, it's not about, for me, it's not about tons of money and, ooh, give me money. It's about time. It's about retiring my husband, because what he does is he's not going to be able to do for the rest of his life. And I know it. Like, something had to change. And then this came into our life, and so grateful for it. So get your questions answered. No, like, don't have a lingering thought rolling around there and not get that question answered, because it could be a life-changing answer for you. So with that, we'll just end. I'm going to stop sharing right here and go ahead and